Hey everybody, Big Man Yu-Gi-Oh here, coming at you with a Zombie World Eldlich deck profile with my homeboy Sean. Tell him how you did, Sean.
Well, I got 3 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw. The draw was against Mech Knight and Alistair.
Yeah, and he kind of salty, he kind of whooped me with the spice.
Yeah.
But we get to see what you're rocking with, all right?
All right.
Let's get to the deck profile.
Sure. So, standard zombie world, you want 3 Unizombie. I've seen people only play 2, but you need 3. He's your starter, extender, whatever. And then the one Shiranui. Basically, you need to Unizombie. This also allows you to go into Cyframe Lord Omega for a rank 8. You got the 2 Banshees for Zombie World. You got 2 Doom King. Some people run 1, but I run 2 mainly.
So I've seen people run 3 of her
3.
and then 1 of him.
Okay. Well, 3, you have multiple ways of getting her onto the field, especially with Eldlichs too. So if they target your Zombie World, you can just special summon her and protect it. I guess you do want to see it as often as possible, but I try to reduce the amount of monsters. And then 2 Doom King because he's targeted. So if I lose 1, it's kind of game. So usually 2 don't get targeted.
Okay.
You got the 1 Bloom, big boys. 1 Jack. He's also a Bloom target. He gets this out of your hand. He gets
Explain what that does, because I have not seen that card.
So I think he's sort of like a low-key MVP of the deck. So basically, when Zombie World's on the field, all monsters and in the graveyard are zombies. So on my opponent's main phase, I can use his effect as a quick effect to banish himself to steal a zombie monster from my opponent's graveyard. So when it's Zombie World, I can take a key piece, whatever. Even if it's not Zombie World, there's ashes floating around. I can just steal ash. It just protects him during that turn, and then when that monster gets destroyed, he gets banished. So it doesn't even return to the graveyard, which is great. Which is, banish removal is really strong in this game. Yeah, and then we got the 1 Fraulein. She's a good hand trap, so sometimes your board gets wiped, and sometimes you need the backup in your hand, and this can protect you for at least a turn or 2. She's also level 5, so if you have Unizombie and her, it's a rank 8 or Link. And basically you pay life points to increase your zombies' attacks, and everything's zombies in here, so you're safe.
Right.
1 Mizuki for recursion. Then you got 2 the Eldliches, obviously.
Golden Daddies.
Yeah, so I think this is 17 monsters, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Next, we'll go to let's do the spells. So I go blind second, so I'm maining 3 Dark Luna Moors. If I had Forbidden Droplet, I'd probably still run 1 Dark Ruler because it hits the entire field, and then 2 Droplets just for those certain matchups.
Okay.
3 Super Poly. Strong card. You can make
so good.
Yeah, Mud Dragon, Starving Venom, and then when Zombie War's on the field, it's a free zombie summon for Dragon Necro. Got the 1 Twin Twisters because back rows. And if this doesn't come into play, you can still discard it. It's still not entirely a brick since it's a spell. Then we play 2 blacks. Basically, when you own an Eldlich, this comes out. You can special summon any zombie. So if you have Eldlich on the field, you can get Doom King, Banshee, Solitaire, Unizombie. So it's like another copy of all your zombies in your deck.
Okay.
You got the 1 Monster Reborn with an Eldlich. Next we got 3 searches. Get whatever card you need. If they ash it, cool. You don't really need it that much. You got another ash bait, which is Extravagance. So with this, how this deck operates is you don't need the extra deck, really. Like, even if you banish all your key cards, you can still outgrind with your main deck. So I think this strong is really powerful. You got 1 Foolish, Extender, Reasoning, another Extender. This card's pretty cool too because you can send your spells and traps from your deck, and now you can send those for your Eldlich combos.
Okay.
So it's like it's a double plus. You want zombies and spells and traps. Next, you got the 3 Zombie World to round out the spells.
Okay. Man, Zombie World, what we said on our podcast, it does nothing but covers everything.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yeah.
One of the best field spells like
Yeah,
out
one of the
there.
best field.
Yeah.
So, as I said, we're still going second, so we main 3 Evenlies. This isn't really going second card, but it is searchable, so you run 1 of your negates. And basically with this, if you go against any player that struggles with Zombie World and you don't have Banshee on the field yet, you can special summon Banshee. Oh, I guess it's in here. Using the Elixers, and then you contribute her to send her to the grave and still banish her for the effect. So it's a double plus.
Right. It's insane.
Yeah. And you got the 3 reborns from deck or graveyard, super strong. Even if you don't do this during the turn, like if they're not going to OTK you can still save it, use it at the end of your turn, and then on your turn you can send it out. Then you got the 2 Conquistador and 2 Hawkeros. I've seen people run 3 of these, but as of right now, this deck is at 46. I guess if you do want to run that, you could take out like the Shiranui and maybe the Vampire Fallen if you want to see more Eldlich stuff, but I personally just enjoy 2. And that's it for the traps.
Okay.
So this would be a 46 card deck right now. For the side deck, we run 3 Vampire Suckers. This is one of your best Link 2s. So basically with Zombie World, you can revive a zombie from the graveyard, use Doom King's effect to banish that monster that they reborn, and then you can draw 1. So it's easy spot removal on your turn when Doom King's in the graveyard. You got double Avendread. Basically, when you attack, you can activate his effect and send a zombie monster from your deck to your graveyard, and based on the levels, they lose 200 per star. So if it's Eldlich, that's 2,000 attack. Doom King, 1,600. You can send Mizukis. You can send anything you need. Then you got 2 Yuki Onas. Basically, she's the Link 3 for zombies, and it's pretty easy to do because you got the traps and everything. So anything in the graveyard activates effect, you can use her effect to target 1 monster on the field to negate their effects and reduce their attack to 0 and their defense to 0, up to twice per turn. So with Doom King coming back, Eldlich in the graveyard, Banshee in the graveyard, Mizuki in the graveyard, you can use her effect. Even with Jackal Bulan. So 1 IP. So this is also like an extender too. So sometimes you just have Jack Bulan on the field, another zombie, and like Zombie World. You can just go into IP, use Jack's effect to reborn a monster, and then link IP into that link monster for Avendread, and they can't get over him. And it removes the 1 monster at the same time and protects Bulan. Got 1 Link Karibo for the Glow Bloom, 1 Unifiber for super poly targets, 1 Starving, 1 Mud Dragon, 2 Dragon Necrosoul, and the 1 rank 8 is Cypher and Omega.
Okay. So explain your matchups.
Let's see. My first matchup was against you, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It was Dogmatica Eldlich, I believe.
With Zoo in there.
Yeah, with Zoo. He didn't have Zeus, so there's probably a game where he could have turned it around if he had that, but unfortunately he did not, so I got the 2-0. Game 2, that's when I got a draw against the invoked Mech Knight player. I won game 1, he went game 2, he's just siding a bunch of floodgates. I got locked out because I had Zombie World and there can only be 1. I couldn't break that board. So it ended up being a draw. Game 3, that was against, who was that against? I can't recall. It's unfortunate. Oh, it was against Dinosaur, yeah. I won both those games as well, 2-0. Obviously, Zombie World will floodgate against them. It's too hard to out. Then you have Lancia to deal with it. They really can't play against zombies. Game 4 was against Cyber Dragon. I got Super Poly twice in a row, but that still wasn't enough to close out the game, and I still got 2-0.
Nice. Okay, so let's end it off with that spicy side deck and that. Oh, Harpy's Feather Duster. Yes, oh my goodness, let me see it. Oh my goodness.
Old card.
Yes, sir.
So obviously the 1 Harpy is strongest removal. 1 Twin Twisters. So in total this would be 3 because I main 1 Twin Twisters. We got 3 Lancia, 3 Nibiru combos. You got the Solemn Judgment, Golden Land Forever. You just need to gate sometimes because if they make you go first, you need to protect Zombie World more often than not. 2 DD Crows because there's a lot of things you want to remove in the graveyard to stop key plays. This is one of the best cards to do it. And then 3 Rivalry for when I go first.
Man, that lock is insane.
Yeah.
With the Zombie World, not a lot of players know how to out that.
There's also times where people main deck like 1 type, but in their side deck, there's more than 1 type. So that locks you from going to like Unifiber, for example.
Right.
So it's just a really good lock.
So what would you change out of the deck, if anything?
That's kind of hard. Like, I've messed around with this before. You can run more Eldlich, but personally, the only thing I'm thinking of changing right now is the Vampire Fall line and Shiranui Solitaire. Those could probably be Ash, more than likely, or keep the Fraulein, but yeah.
Okay.
Those are the only things I would suggest changing.
Okay, thank you so much for the deck profile, bro. So happy to see Zombie World still doing something.
Yeah, that's deck.
Okay, thank you for watching, everybody.
Peace.